Hi everyone, welcome to the Assessment in the Clinical Environment module. My name's Lizzie Hall and I'm your module leader. I expect most of you will know me from the previous module. This module is going to be fully online, just like the teaching and learning module was that we did last semester. And this module very much builds on from that previous module. We're going to be using the same sort of format, so each week you'll find some kind of introduction from me, whether that be video or audio. There'll be some set reading, and then there'll be resources for you to work through and some kind of learning task for you to complete most weeks. So in the previous module, for the sake of your learning and breaking it down, we deliberately avoided the topic of assessment. However, like I said in that module at the start, and I'll say it again now, teaching and learning is inherently linked with assessment. In fact, really what we should be aiming to produce is assessments for learning rather than just of our learning. And we're going to look into that a lot more as the semester develops. Assessment also allows us to evaluate how effective our own teaching strategies have been. So in this module, we are going to focus on that assessment process, and I'm going to presume that you've got the teaching and learning side of things from the previous module. We're going to explore undertaking assessment, we're going to look at how other people do assessment, and we'll do some peer review and peer reviewing. The assessment that you're going to complete for this module or for this semester requires you to explore the development of an individual assessment and why you chose to do it the way you do, and that will obviously involve significant critical analysis of the theory behind the choices that you've made. You might want to use the teaching session that you developed for the assessment last semester for this task. So how did or how will you go about assessing the learning of your students on that particular topic? But that you don't necessarily need to use that session. You could choose a completely different topic to assess. It really depends on your own sort of clinical practice and timetabling and things, how it's laid out. So we're going to start with looking at some of the theory behind the provision of assessment, and then we'll go on to look at how others do it, and finally you'll have the opportunity to do it yourself. Ultimately, an assessment should be about gauging achievements for the student and being able to further their own personal development. And therefore the topic of feedback and feed forward are going to play a really integral role in this module. You've recently completed an assessment yourself, which you've had feedback for, both in terms of a grade and also in written text. So have a think about what you gained from that feedback. You'll no doubt remember how keen I am on the topic of, or the concept, sorry, of feed forward. So I hope that you feel the advice I gave you has been helpful for you in moving forward and in developing your personal practice. But if you do want any more discussion on that at all, on that previous assessment, please feel free to contact me. As with last semester, please use the discussion boards each week. They're a really vital part of peer-to-peer learning. You all work in different clinical environments, so sharing your experiences is really valuable for us all, for everybody on the module, to gain a sort of well-rounded experience. So I hope you enjoy the module. My contact details are available in the module information section. Please feel free to contact me anytime if you have any specific questions that you don't feel are appropriate for the discussion board.